Hey, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Wherever you are, man, I have to do this show, even though it has nothing to do really with crypto. I mean, it does actually a little bit, but it is. I have to tell you about something that is just as big as Bitcoin. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's AI and stuff like that, and you've probably used it to ask it questions like, where's the best restaurant? Where's this and that? And I'm sick. How to answer that question and all that kind of good stuff. And maybe even you used a little bit complicated in a complicated way, right? And you probably were very impressed, right? Every time I'm using it to develop software right now, and I'm going to show you this because I decided to show you this because it's like every time I'm using this, I'm shocked. I'm in shock and awe. Shock and awe. And I have to show you how much shock and awe that I am in directly, so you can see it for yourself. Now, I want you to know that I started writing a program in Rust, and I started like way back a little when. But anyways, doing Rust programs, but I don't know Rust. I don't know Solana, and I didn't have to with AI. It did everything for me. Everything. That's the crazy thing. I want to show you this. All this code here that I wrote, let me just switch mice and keyboard. All this code here, everything you see here was written by an AI system. I didn't write shit. Right? All of it. So the scripts, everything, the right, all of this, even the documentation, even the preview, this documentation is deployment script. In fact, I'm going to have it update this deployment script because it's no longer valid. Please. Let me just have it add it to the context. Sometimes the context is really difficult to find. All right, well, okay, I will just please update the local. There's really test. This source code, this application should put that context right, and the one that I've got open obviously should be local test deployment guide dot md. I don't even have to be exact, right? I could just be general, right? And it'll know exactly what I mean. Please update the local test the deployment guide with the new changes we have made to the scripts to have the scripts. Okay, I just because it already knows the context of what we did, I'm not even going to explain it. That's a crazy thing. I don't even have to explain what we've done. Okay? And it's right now thinking about everything that we've done. Right now. That's what it's doing. Dream on, dude. You need to get a life. You've been brainwashed, man, XRP people. Jesus Christ. What are you guys smoking, man? XRP, this is responding to this. XRP take over BTC and oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow. Well, it's still thinking because this is it has to gather all the context together, right? If you're not working with it, it has to drops all its context, and then you have to load up all the context into its memory, and then it goes, right? But anyways, this is it. This is only getting better and better. Let's just wait for it to finish. So now it's thinking. User wants to update with. There you go. Fix the deployment script. There you go. See, and it's gonna go do that. Update it. Right? Jesus. All right, I'm gonna clear this stupid thing. Funny.
Bitcoin is going to zero.
So yeah, look at that. It's just analyzing, coming up with the what to write. I don't have to do jack. Right? I want you to see this. So the scary thing is, if you want to create a newsletter, you can do it here. Right? It can do this for you. You put out together all the stuff. You say, put me together a newsletter. And I'll put together a wicked ass newsletter. Right now, it's just, all it's doing is thinking about all the things that I've done to improve the script. Right? Because it was all separate scripts to do all kinds of different things. And I built a script that was going to do one thing only. And so I didn't do it. It did it. Right? And so it built this script, right? So that it can now, I can start the dashboard and everything with this one script. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to run my script that runs the application because I've finished writing the application in for Solana, and I'm just testing it right now. And so it's going to do everything. It's going to compile it, increase the version number, right? All this kind of good stuff. It wrote all of this script. Make it all this pretty stuff that you see on the screen here, right? All of that, right? And it's finished updating the document, right? You see all the different changes it made. And this is my fixed ratio trading dashboard, right? So basically nothing's happening in this because I haven't done anything. I've only done tests internally. I have test applications that are working internally that don't work on a Solana test. So I have a Solana test net only on my computer, right? It doesn't exist anywhere else, right? And this is the first version of the dashboard, right? So I'm going to add something else to the dashboard, right? So now the enhanced document is troubleshooting. Fixed to commonly issued with fixed, new streamlined workflow, development process, enhanced file structure, better guidance. Look at that. Yeah, because this has to do a lot. In order to get to this point, there has to be a whole bunch of services running, right? Whole bunch of things. And then runs this, right? And even though it doesn't do anything right now, because I've just gotten to the point where, okay, I just want to install the what's it called? The Solana smart contract, right? And then basically just have it running, make sure it is running. And then I'm going to add like stuff like creating tokens and then adding tokens to this pool and then just making sure the pool works. And I know you're thinking, if you're watching this and you care, I don't know, you may not care. This fixed ratio pool is allow you to like, remember there's an example of that one coin. Remember how we bought the one coin earlier today? Yeah, let's bring it up right here. This would help this one coin actually. Let's just say you created this with one supply. This one coin was one supply, right? You dumped it in here and you wanted to split it out into multiple coins, right? You can create using this tool here that wrong thing. This tool here, you can create let's just say he made it 1,000,000 decimal places. Well, you can make 1,000,000 tokens and say that 1,000,000 tokens equals one of those one coins, right? And then, right, if you put in, and then you could put it into this fixed ratio. You could then burn the liquidity pool, so then you don't, you can't steal it out of the pool, right? And then someone could take a portion of their one coin and get a larger number of the other coins. So, for example, the fractional one, let's call it, I don't know, F1, right? For a fractional one. So you could get like 1/1,000,000th. If you put in 1 coin, you get one F1, right? Even 1-to-1 ratio. So it's just a decimal place thing. That's what I'm designing this thing for. Okay? That's the crazy thing, right? So let me just check this in. Let's commit this, right? I'm gonna commit this to JIT. I don't have to do anything, right? When it could, like, for example, because it's got the context, it's just gonna go tell me what commands to ask me which commands to run, and I have to tell it which ones to command, what would if to run it or not. I just want to make sure I can tell it to just go ahead and do it, but you want to make sure that it's not doing anything stupid, right? Deploy command. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and so then it puts together a whole commentary of exactly what was placed into JIT, and then you can see the whole commentary right here. Doc update. Look at that. This is crazy. I don't know if you guys understand. I don't think you guys understand how cray-cray this is. Right? Let me ban this guy. How do I ban somebody from... Okay, he's already stopped. Okay. So, this is what this thing is going to do, and I'm going to finish it off. But I want to show you, right? But the crazy thing is, right? As I'm doing this, right? I'm thinking, right? I don't have to do anything. Can I build stuff? Time lock Bitcoin. What is the best method? Ooh, that's a good question. You know what? Be careful with that, right? For those that don't know what time lock Bitcoin is, just be careful with that, because you could lose your Bitcoin, right? So what he wants to do is lock his Bitcoins so he doesn't spend it ever. So he might want to lock it for 8 years, right? So then this way, I can't save because I'm going to spend it. Well, then you lock it away for 8 years and then boom. I'm going to look into a better system that works, that's insured, and that's not going to screw you over, because you can only time lock it based on the what's it called? Blocks. And that could create a problem too, right? Because if there's a time when blocks slow down, right, it'll take you longer to get access to those Bitcoin. So please consider that. So you might want to do that in chunks, yearly chunks or something like that, where you reset it every year. Right? Would probably be the best and safest method to use your time locks. Because don't do that. Right? Don't do it unless you know what you're doing. All right. Okay, moving back here. Right? So now the next thing I'm going to do, because I decided I wanted to show you guys this, right? I wanted to show you the next step, right? So now that I have this running, I need to do something else, right? And I need to go to the next step. I need to create some tokens, right? It's the first thing, right? It's the very first thing because in order to have tokens, right? There's no tokens existing on this internal Solana testnet, right? Because it's just my testnet. Yeah, hence the name Da Vinci Codes. Yes, that's right. So all I have to do, right? I'm gonna go just start a new context because it's completely new chat, so it's new context, and then that's it. And so let's do this. Let's see how well this pulls it off. I don't know how well it's gonna pull it off, but I would like to add to the dashboard the creation of tokens in one button. It will only create the tokens on the test net and testnet. Let's see here, and I'm gonna want I want token A to be a total. Oh, come on in, come in. Oh shoot, yeah, I have a guest coming. Oh, great. Yeah, the bathroom's leaking. So it's inside the bathroom, and then where the toilet is, you can see there's leaking from the top ceiling. All right, so yeah, there's somebody coming in to correct the leakage in the bathroom. But anyways, the total of, let's just start with just one token A, to create token A and token B. There will be token A will have 1,000 tokens with let's just say let's see here, 6 decimal places. No, I'm gonna just put 2 deci's to keep it simple, and token B will be with will have a total of, let's see here, so not 10,000 but 100,000 oops, it's got to be right, 1,000 tokens, no decimal place. So you've effectively, right, because it's only 2 decimal places of token B, right, you can token A, actually probably rename it to mill token and milli token, or I don't know, something else, but anyways, token A, right, will have 1,000 with 2 decimal places, and token B is just 100,000. So so token B is 1/100th is just 1/100th of token A. So I could then place that into the fixed ratio. But I just want us to have it to do that first, to create the tokens and display the stats for the tokens on the dashboard. Board only. So this is just, starting to just create tokens. I'm gonna later on actually put them inside, what's it called? Let me just pin this. Can I pin it? Pin. Phantom, and then use Phantom to actually interact with my smart contract, but I haven't even coded that yet. I'm gonna be coding that. Because that's just that the code, it's already there. The code's there. It's just I have to put the user interface, right? So I'm building the user interface out, but it's doing it for me. I don't have to do that, right? So the first thing is just to create some tokens, right? And I don't have to know how to create tokens. I don't know how to create tokens in Solana, right? That'd be crazy. That you know how much work that is to study and to do all that just to do that. Think about that. Do you know how long it'll take you to just do that on Solana testnet? It'll probably take you about a day, right? And if you're really good with computers, maybe several hours, right? Several hours. So let's see how long that takes for it to do that. No, just that, and also put it on the dashboard. And let's see how it puts together the dashboard. Because I just asked it to when I asked her to build a dashboard, that's all I said. Build a dashboard. It came up with this. Let's see what it does. Okay, so let's see here. I'd like to add to the dashboard. Let me just make sure. I'd like to create I'd like to add to the dashboard the creation of tokens in one button. It will create the tokens on the testnet. I want token A and token B. Token A will have 1,000. Okay, I think that's it. Let's see what happens. Boom. Okay, so whilst that's planning, let's just answer some questions here. 10 years, 99K to get to 99K. Okay, yeah, but Bitcoin is different. Bitcoin is designed to be a financial instrument that everyone can use, right? Whilst everything else is just a toy and just trying different things that are not really useful. Now, Casper could get there. That's the thing, right? Casper Coin could have gotten there, but they don't want to listen, right? Here's the reason why Ethereum went from proof of work to proof of stake is because it was freaking useless to use proof of work. Why? Because early on, they were able to change what had happened in the past. Proof of work is to prevent the change of the past. Now, the only way to prevent the change of the past, the only way, right? Look at all this code that it has to do, right? I wonder where is putting this code. I probably should have specified it could be hard coded since it's not relevant code. Should not be put of the project. I don't see it anywhere. Okay, anyways. Oh, it's putting in a JavaScript. Jesus Christ, that's proper. That's what I like, yes. Okay, as I was saying, the only reason why, right, that they decided to take it out of Ethereum is because they changed the past. And the only reason why the past can't change in Bitcoin is because they don't upgrade everybody's software. Once you have forced everybody to upgrade, well, guess what? You can change the past. How do you do that? Change the past? You add to the software. This didn't happen. Right? That's it. Okay, BNB has the same suffers the same problem that all other cryptocurrencies does. Well, it's good. I'm not saying it's not good, right? Let's see here. Let's see if it refreshed. I guess I'm probably going to have to run it again. Yeah, probably going to have to run this whole thing again, the dashboard. Alrighty. It's okay. Kind of sucks. Maybe I can fix that. Yeah, it says start your local. Okay, there you go. So I have to do that again. And so I could probably fix that. Right? But anyways, Caspa, you're right, doesn't have any real use. Right? But that's what it, oops. They could eventually do that, right? Eventually have real use. Right? That's all. Well, create sample pools. Let's see here. Nope. Okay, well, didn't quite work out as planned. Let's see what happened. Click the create token, test tokens buttons. Do you see the create the test tokens button? Token management side. Dashboard, local testnet. The token management section. Token management section. Don't see it. Do you see it? All right. Well, we have to tell it, right? So we just tell it. Well, we don't see that. Please. The what's it called? So now I can tell it to review the web page. Hey, okay. All right, you're gonna call my assistant.
I don't want Nikolai sent message, but it's water leakage, cold water.
The cold waters?
Cold water, yeah.
So-
I'm make video. Nikolai sent message. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye.
All right, so right now it's gonna go and review the HTML, right? Okay, so there must have been some errors when it was like, there's some bugs, of course. right? Because whenever you write programs, there's always bugs, and even the AI makes mistakes and creates bugs. So it's going to go fix it. Crazy. If you still don't see it, section here between fee information and the individual pools. Nope. To the token section with create test tokens. Command Shift P. Command Shift P. Oh, great. Try reopening the browser. Okay, fine. Just copy the the URL. Come on. Command C. Command V. There we go. Oh, there it is. Still no button. But yeah, there you go. Token A, token B, not created. Refresh. All right, well, going to have to go through it and say, okay, well, I don't, now that the token, I see the token management, but I don't see the button. Right? So beautiful. I mean, like, look at that. Look at that. Right? And I don't have to write a goddamn thing. That's the crazy thing. Right? Before, I'd be writing all this code, all this HTML, which I know how to do. Right? I'd be doing all that. Right? This is a crazy thing, man. The world has changed in an epic proportion. You don't understand how quick. This is just programming. Imagine scientific development, medicine, right? Everything that you do, you plan for and stuff like that. Jesus Christ. You guys don't understand what's coming, man. Wow. Wow. It's big. This is big. Right? Hopefully, right? That, yeah, this will solve a lot of problems, especially the Elon Musk rocket problems and all that kind of stuff. Also, solve problems such as Jesus Christ, man. Like the space exploration, coming up with different fuels and everything. This is huge, right? I'm going to continue this on my own, right? But you can see where I'm getting at, right? You can see what this is bringing. And if you can't see it from this video, right? Oh man. you're in a world of hurt. World of hurt. Because this is here today. All season perform well, bushness coated. There's a burning mechanism that mining revenue. Cubic. Okay, whatever. Fine. MPC. Multi-part computing records. Okay, fine. Okay, whatever. Because you don't want to retire now. How years now? And how years now? I don't want to retire now. Not years from now. Maybe you don't want to retire from years from now? I don't know, maybe. Because you're trying to get your moon bag on. Good luck. Good luck. You can't, you know what? Let's just pretend. Let's pretend, right? You buy this bag and this bag goes to the moon. You will be broke in a short amount of time because you didn't know how to make money. And retirement is not the goal. That's the reason why once you learn how to make money on your own, you realize retirement's not the fucking goal. Right? That's the thing. But you don't know how to make money. So you're going to lose money. You're going to spend money. That's all you know how to do. Right? And if that's all you know how to do, well, that's all you're going to do. And then you're going to run out of money. Yeah, I post my workout videos again. I mean, I have like, I'm actually working out. I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe. Just, what's the point? Maybe I might, yeah. I was thinking about it because I'm doing different workouts and stuff like that, and I was thinking maybe and I'm recording it, and I'm actually recording and putting it somewhere else, but it's not public. So maybe I'll do it, maybe, because it's not like, I just feel a little bit embarrassed about my workout routines and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Yeah, well, that's it. But the only way to secure the bloodline, right, is that you have to learn how to build systems. Systems that will work well into the bloodline, right? So, for example, did you know the only reason why the Rothschild family own 1/3 of the planet here is because they built systems to ensure their wealth all the way up to this day, from the 1500s to today, right? Systems. They have underground system, underground crime network systems. They have everything under the sun, right? Controlled by systems that give them their wealth. Without that knowledge, which can only come from you building something, right? That's the only way it comes from. You can't get it any other way, right? Building something and then continuing to keep it going, learning how to keep it going for the foreseeable future and beyond your lifetime. Money's not going to get it done, right? No, it won't. Because as you know, right? Companies come, companies go, right? Nations fall, societies fall, societies go, and a nation gets built time and time again, right? So you need to come up with a system for that, right? And the only way to come up with a system is to build one yourself. You have to build a successful system and then go from there. Have I built a successful system? No, I haven't. But I just realized, I just learned this information over the last little while, right? Because when I first, as you know, if you've been watching my Instagram and stuff like that, when I first came to Dubai, I was a mess, right? I was partying with the rest of them. But then I had to change direction, right? Hardware wallet, of course, but I was first to move some Bitcoins, learn to use a software wallet, which is the key thing before you learn to move the hardware wallet, okay? Because like you don't want to lose, you don't want to make a mistake, okay? So make sure you learn that in stages, please, right? Small amounts of money. Go and buy something with your Bitcoin, right? Learn how to do that. Buy a few things, right? Go looking for stuff. Like whenever you need to buy something, go, okay, can I buy that with Bitcoin? Because this way you can actually use Bitcoin, and then you will know, as you use it more and more, you can know what the mistakes you could possibly make so that you don't make them on a smaller scale. You make them on a smaller scale and not on a bigger scale. No. It's not the cause of all evil, per se, right? The reason why, it's like saying the sun is the cause of all evil, because now it's given life to people on this planet that are not positive, right? Really? 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 It's just the sun. Well, the same can be said about money. It's just money, right? This is how so for example, right? It's like a gun, right? You could use it to shoot animals and stuff like that are going to attack you, and people who are going to harm you and stuff like that. Or you can use it just to cut people down and kill everybody, just because you want to. Which one is it? The gun is the source of all evil, or is it the person using it? There you go. There you go. It's always the people using it. So, for example, you could say that our financial system is evil, but the problem with that statement is it's the way people use it is evil, right? And then you could say, well, Da Vinci, most people are using it in the evil way without even knowing that they're doing anything wrong. Yes, that is true. But that was by design, right? The people who created the system made sure that you didn't understand the system, because if you did, you'd try to put a stop to the system. There it is. Right? So by educating people to the fact that, well, the system is what it is, and it's the best system we have, and that's the way it works, and that's it, that's how money should work, then that's what people believe. And people use the system, right, without really actually knowing that what it's doing, right? That's all. What? Whatever. Okay. Not really. I already learned how it works, but which hardware wallet do you prefer? Well, I personally prefer Keystone. Now, there's many Bitcoin wallets that are supported, but the Keystone has their own wallet, and it seems to work. At first, it didn't work, but now it does on your phone, and so you start using that. So, yeah, why not use Keystone? I like it because I prefer the instead of connecting it to computer and having the connection not work because of the cable, because of the software on the computer, all kinds of it adds a lot of stress, right? It just scans a QR code, which you don't have to worry about anything, right? Maybe the camera breaking, but then you just get a new hardware wallet. Jesus. Threshold looks like it wants to go higher. Yes, I think I might go back next month. I don't know, Bitpanda? I don't know. You don't need one Bitcoin, even 0.001 of the BTC will make you rich. I think so too, man. That's million Satoshis. There you go. Right? I think, yeah, that's so 10 million Satoshis. No, sorry. It's 100,000 Satoshis. Well, maybe not. I would say a million Satoshis, so 0.01 would probably be better, which is $1,000. Well, thanks. I mean, yeah, everybody wishes they got that earlier. No. Here's why. Right? I was looking at this whole thing, this whole setup. It's starting to look like friggin', what's it called? Either 9/11 or the pandemic. None of this seems real. Even Iran being the enemy doesn't seem real anymore, right? I think it's all a bad joke played on us people over here. And I don't know what it is, what's going on, but I can tell that even the war between Iran and Israel and all that kind of stuff, I think that's all for show. What the objective is, I'm not sure. I think it has a multi-part objective, right? Many faceted. It's always multifaceted, right? When you do these pandemic kind of things, it's always to do a lot of things that the top people want. So, for example, let's just say Netanyahu, right, was about to be somebody was about to uncover all the crap that he's done on criminal stuff that he's done, and they did a complete investigation. And they have they have him by the balls, right? And he's like, well, I need to get out of this. How do I get out of this? Well, I can go to. I don't think he would have done it, but somebody would have said, okay, well, we'll take care of it. They go to Iran and say, listen, man, you're gonna lob some missiles over here, right? You're gonna strike a few targets to kill off these people and destroy all their evidence, right? And our dome's just gonna miss, right? Don't worry about it, right? We got your back, right? And so it is probably more than that. It's probably way more than that. That's all I'm guessing. Just because you can never know what it is. And you can guess and just be wrong. But I can get the feeling that either this was always the plan for some sort of reason, right? For something like that. And then they use it to gain an advantage. So, for example, right, Netanyahu used it to see if he can convince the American people to join in with a war, right? See if he has any kind of sway. And obviously that didn't work. I don't know why he would think that, right? But there it is, right? He's not that popular in the United States. So why he would appeal to the American public is beyond me. But yeah, it's just just a big scam. Hey, Dimitri, I want to thank you for your good heart and helping everyone here build the wealth in order to live a better life. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you very much. The neurochip, and what do you think about this? Yeah, even that, man. Jesus Christ, man. Can you imagine all the stuff you can do when that chip gets in your brain and has like AI connected to it? Jesus. Let's not go there. Oh God. Oh God. It's like, what's it called? Ghost in the Shell kind of deal. If you haven't seen that movie, damn, that's coming next. Damn. Oof. Let's not go there. All right. Cheers, man. Cheers. Okay. That's it for now. Thank you for watching this Prompt2 live stream, which, I decided to show you this because I was just like, whoa. Whoa. Unbelievable what these AI could do. I wanted to share it with you, and that's it. All right, cheers.